Should we be eating dairy or not? Should we be eating dairy or not?
So one of the things that I think it's very important to talk about is that most people don't have unlimited amount of time to think about fussing food, prepping food, even eating food if they're
Yeah.
busy. And the nice thing about dairy foods is kind of one-stop shopping, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, they are a source of protein. They also, depending upon what we're picking, like a fermented dairy food, so a kefir or something like that, yogurt, is we're getting the probiotics and the protein simultaneously, both of those things together, plus the other vitamins and minerals that are in dairy foods. That sometimes it is a little bit hard to get enough calcium from other types of foods. We don't always. And it's a ready to use. I mean, I think it's interesting that cottage cheese has made such a comeback right now. I'm like, huh. But yogurt is also a very easy food that's quite versatile, right? That could be sweet, that could be a savory application, depending upon what it is that we do. And milk, the issue is that when you compare them across the board, are they all the same nutritionally? They're not. Are they all the same price point wise? No, they definitely are not. And not everybody has the luxury of unlimited income when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
the foods that they buy as well. So we're looking at a relatively low cost item that actually confers a lot of health benefits. Kind of there's the nutrition ROI for those types of foods. And interestingly, a lot of the studies right now that are looking at dairy around the world and really challenging some of the long held myths about dairy foods increase the risk of heart disease. That's not what the studies are showing. Dairy foods can have a favorable impact on the microbiome. Well, that's kind of important, the taking
Yeah.
care of the gut from the inside out. So when I talk with people about this, I mean, that's true that people don't want to consume dairy. That's their choice. But
Yeah.
it might be the FOMO. If we don't, what are we going to replace that with? Because sometimes you have to have considerably more of something else to get that amount of B12, calcium, etc. I want people eating vegetables, but how much vegetable are you going to eat to make up for what might be in that cup of dairy, of milk?
Yeah.
And we need calcium. That is one of the critically important nutrients to support bone and the health of our teeth. I have a daughter-in-law who's a dentist. We talk about teeth all the time. So, it's just really, really important. And again, no judgment. It's a choice for people to make, but I'm always weighing out all of those things. Cost, availability, easy prep, liking it, right? And all of those things are important in any food choices that any of us make.
You're a very realistic person. Like I've talked to other nutritionists, and it's they take a very strong stance on certain things. And you seem to have this balanced approach of, look, man, you've got to get an ROI on your food. Now, how you do that could be very different than the next person, but it's about the end result, not about my list is better than somebody else's list. That's the way I'm experiencing right now, which is really cool. That's a great way to go about
it. I have to meet people where they are, and I have to listen to learn. It's not me saying this is what somebody has to eat. I'm not in your body. I don't know what you want to have, but I'm going to give you a kind of back to the why to try. I'm going to give you the explanation for, and you take that advice and you do with that what you want, right? It's like going to a financial advisor. All right, somebody's making suggestions to me. So this is a nutrition advisor, is I'm making suggestions to you, and you are going to decide what you want to invest in to help to improve your nutrition portfolio. Or not. We don't have to take the advice. It's just one of those things, and always trying to present both sides, because I think it's critically important. And we don't always see that in what's out there in the cyberspace world, or what I would call the sinfluencers sometimes, because unfortunately it is that way. It's like, you just have to do this. It's like, well, wait a minute. That doesn't really, like, why? Why do I have to do it that way? Or made to feel guilty? We're not about that at all. Absolutely not.
Other than like ultra processed foods or highly processed foods, which usually, have had all the nutrients just taken from them. Is there any type of food category class that you do dissuade people from eating? Is there anything in particular?
Well, and first of all, Roger, even thinking about this from the ultra processed, and there's a big question mark on how we define that, because according to the categorization, tofu would be considered an ultra-processed food, isn't it? So coffee is an ultra-processed food. That happens to be something I can't live without.
Sure.
So we have to pick and choose carefully with that. To me, there are a couple things that I would put maybe in the category of be careful with. One, if we have any type of allergy, intolerance, sensitivity to the food. I mean, that's just asking for punishment. It's like, don't eat
Yeah.
that food. Secondly, for people that maybe tend to have issues with bloating and those types of things, sometimes people with irritable bowel syndrome, that's one of their things that they experience, is when you consume something that has carbonation in it, that creates gas in the body. That could be a problem. It's not
Yeah.
judging the food, it's just saying sometimes we want to be careful of things that exacerbate underlying symptoms that we have. And the third thing would be there are some people that will say that, they're probably more than are willing to admit, is it's a certain food, I just can't eat a little bit of it. Then, okay, maybe you don't have that food at home
Yeah.
because we don't necessarily buy ice cream in scoop size. We buy it in something larger. It's like,
Sure.
oh, look, I'm using a ladle instead of a teaspoon. When you go to an ice cream
I don't know
parlor,
what you're
they're
talking
not
about. I
giving
don't
you
know
a
what you're
half a
talking
gallon.
about, Leslie. Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the thing. It
No.
becomes a stressful food for us when we feel like it's there and I can't. So it doesn't mean
Yeah.
not eat it. It means eat it out where somebody else is controlling how much you're getting in that little kitty cup instead of you trying to decide that on your own at home.
Yeah. Yeah. No, good advice. Good advice.